Welcome. This is episode 4 of Unlucky Leftover.
Woo!
Ooh,
Woo,
crap.
baby! This is what I've been waiting for!
Is that what you want?
Alright,
Okay.
welcome to episode 4. Right off the bat, if you like the video, go ahead, leave a comment, leave a like. If you like the previous videos, go ahead, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. It helps. It makes me happy.
Hit that notification button.
Hit the bell. Oh yeah. I left a comment on the last episode saying we're gonna try to do weekly episodes coming out Fridays and Saturdays, Friday or Saturday. But we'll see how that schedule goes. But yeah, well, at least it'll be something to look forward to. Anyway, episode 4. Been kind of all over the topics in the last few episodes, but it's fine. But this episode, we're gonna get even more all over the topics.
Oh yeah.
So
Totally.
I wanted to talk about like high school stories, Chow. High school stories and like high school like
Stories.
legends, like
Oh.
weird
Oh.
legends.
Yo, we gotta talk about
Go ahead,
the
say it.
Phantom
Oh, you
Pooper.
know what I wanted to talk about, dude. The
Fucking
Phantom Pooper.
dude, apparently it's a common like
Yeah,
legend in
it's
other high schools, which I was like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
When I found
Schools
out
have it.
about that outside of high school, I was like, what is going on? Why you have a phantom pooper?
Yes, everyone
Oh,
has a. So we already know what this episode is gonna be called now.
oh no. Oh
But
no.
oh man, let us know if you guys know what Phantom Pooper is, or like if you had your own version of the Phantom Pooper. But pretty much, I think it started out like there are 3 floors in our high school, and I think it was the second floor bathroom that just got closed off for some reason,
Yeah,
right?
right. Yeah.
You don't really think anything about it. You just think, oh, they're probably
It's
like
just
fixing
yeah, out
something,
of order, whatever,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
cleaning it. Who knows? You just go to a different bathroom. But for some reason, people were just like talking. People started talking, and then like, they started saying, "Oh yeah, dude, did you hear? Like someone, someone put shit all over the walls and the urinal in the second floor bathroom." And you're like, "What are you talking about? Who would do that?"
Like yeah, when the first time I heard that, remember I was like, so someone like actually just picked up their shit with their hand and just started rubbing it everywhere. What are you talking about? Who does?
Did they shit?
I heard it was all like on the mirror and shit, in like the sink. Like what's going on?
Someone
Who does
shit.
that?
Someone shit
Who
on the
does that?
wall. Someone throwing their shit around. Oh man! And the
Is
thing
it like
is,
some type of scat kink, dude? Like I don't understand. Like what makes a person do that?
I don't know. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god! All right, go
Listen.
ahead.
Oh man, that reminded me of another story, but it's not high school related, but it's poop related.
Don't stop. No.
Anyway, like, yeah. So it just like the weird thing is, it happened over like a month. Do you know that? Do you remember
Did
that?
it? Oh, I
It was
do
like,
remember the bathroom being closed for a while, so I don't
yeah.
know.
So I think they closed it for a while,
Uh,
and I think when they reopened it, it like
uh.
happened one more time.
Oh yeah, I do remember an additional event. Yes, when that happened,
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
probably wasn't as
why?
bad as the first time,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like if you had a nickel for every time it happened, you would have 2, which is not a lot, but it's weird
But
that it happened twice.
yeah, exactly. It's just like it should only happen once, so why does it happen again?
It should never happen.
It should never happen.
It
It
should
should
never
never
happen.
happen.
It should
Makes
never
no
happen.
sense.
would
I didn't
throw
understand.
and smear poop all over the walls? It's so
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah. Well, the thing is, apparently it's a trend because fucking once I got out of high school, went into college, I hear from other people that they had a phantom pooper in their freaking high school,
Yeah,
and
that's
I'm
so
like,
weird.
how? Why is this a common
That's
thing?
so weird.
Why is this It can't. Why? Why?
I guess I guess kids just want to throw their freaking poop, dude.
They just want to touch their shit and just fucking just paint the walls with it.
They just want to throw the poop on the
I,
wall.
it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's real nasty.
What
Real
the fuck?
nasty. And then
I,
I don't think they ever caught anyone who did it.
Yeah, I don't think phantom poopers ever get caught. Apparently.
Yeah, the Phantom Pooper, you never know who it is. It could be like your crush. She'll be shitting on the walls. She'll be
Yo,
throwing
that's
her poop on the wall.
nasty.
You like that? Her deepest, darkest secret that no one can ever know. She is the Phantom Pooper.
Bruh, that's just too hardcore of a kink. I don't know. I don't think I can handle that. That's a big burden.
It's real nasty.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't I don't understand at all how it happens. Why it happens. Like I imagine someone just taking a shit in their toilet and then just just putting their hands into the toilet, grabbing that shit and just fucking flinging it all over the place. And I just can't imagine it.
Yeah,
Like
it's nasty.
I imagine it, but I can't. I can't.
Yeah, hopefully you guys aren't eating.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, I mean that was a funny story. I thought it was so ridiculous. I felt like there was like rumors about who it was too, and
Was there?
I mean I don't remember who the name was, but I knew the person. I knew of the person, and I was like,
Really?
I would just think about it. I'd be like, would he be the type of person to do that? And I'd be like, I don't know, maybe. What pushes a man to poop on the walls? We may never know.
Oh no. Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyway, talking about poop, right?
Oh god.
So the poop story, even though I wanted to stick to school stories, we're just gonna detour to another poop story.
Why not?
So I was at like work one day, and then I went to the restroom, and I had to poop, right? So I go in. There's only like 3 stalls. It's a small restroom. So I go into like the middle stall. No one's there. I go. I open the middle stall. Before I even take a step, I like look down, and I'm like, oh, there's nothing in the toilet, right?
Okay.
But it's stinky in here. It's a
Okay.
little too stinky in here.
A little stinky.
But
Yeah. Okay.
but I'm the only one here. This doesn't make sense. Where's the poop?
Where's the poop?
Where's the poop? Well, the
Sure.
poop is on the floor, dude. The poop is on the floor. There's a big
How?
old poop on the floor. I don't know.
Why? What? This
Someone
is at
must have
work?
ran in. They must have had to go so bad. They barely get their pants off, and then they just can't hold it, and they don't even get on the toilet, and then they just leave it there. And then the kind of nasty thing too is like I still had to poop. I still had to poop. So
Sure.
I just go to the next stall.
Yeah.
And then I start pooping. And then but then I can see, under the stall next to me it's just a poop on the floor.
Oh no.
And then the nasty thing, the funny / nasty thing is that while I'm pooping and I'm just like looking at the poop on the floor, like the maintenance guy and the janitor come in, and apparently they already knew. So they were like,
no.
they were just about to clean it up, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm done now. And I was like, yeah, that's some nasty stuff right there, man. Some
Uh,
nasty stuff.
I did it look like the poop like missed, or was it just kind of sitting there like perfectly without
It didn't
like
look like it. It was just on the floor. So they
it's
could have
just on
just
the
pooped. They could have
floor?
just pooped. I feel like maybe they didn't even get their pants off. No, but the poop was like not messed up. It was just like perfectly there, you
I'm
know?
like trying to understand if it's intentional or not, you know?
I feel like it's never intentional
Unless you're the phantom pooper, apparently.
unless you're a fan of pooper. Unless the fan of pooper grew up and he just started shitting on the floor at works.
Maybe. Well, it is a kink, right? Ain't it? It's a kink for some reason.
Take a shit on the floor.
Shit on the floor,
That's so
and
hot.
then when you think of when people
When
come in
people
and take a
find
look
it,
at to find your shit, and you're like,
oh
oh
my
yeah.
god. Take a shit. You just get real happy about it. You get real happy. You get real happy. They find your stinky shit on the ground. you get you get real happy, huh?
They fucking get off from that, dude. I bet
They get real happy. Yeah.
that's like the only reason, dude.
Yeah.
Oh
Sure. Sure.
God,
Right. Oh
they get
man.
real happy. Oh boy.
All right. So secondary detour, same work bathroom, right?
Sure.
This is like another random day. So someone just like absolutely destroyed a toilet one day, and it was like they
Oh.
they exploded into the toilet,
Oh, yeah,
and
okay.
like I think it was like still there.
Mm-mm.
Um,
It
but
didn't flush. Mm.
no, like it flushed, but you could see the aftermath, right?
Right.
It was just
Just on the
splatter.
toilet walls
Yeah,
and
and
stuff.
then
Yeah.
and then when you see that, you're like, oh man, I don't want to use this toilet. That's nasty.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So then, like the next day, I think they cleaned it up, and then I
Okay.
used that toilet, and then I look at the toilet paper holder, and then there's a note there,
Uh-oh.
and then the note says, "Who did this?" And then I assumed they meant who fucking destroyed this toilet. Cause there was splatter all in the toilet, and it stank, and it was
What?
like, man, my man is angry. He's upset. I was
What?
upset too. I
What was
laughed.
the janitor, dude?
Yeah, maybe, right? I
You just
wanted
let them know they're like, what the fuck, man? You're making my job hard, dude.
Yeah, I had a pen. I wanted to reply, but I just left it because I thought it was hilarious. Oh man, yeah, some good old poop stories, dude. Nothing like it.
So bad.
Nice poopy poop stories. Oh, all right. I mean, the Phantom Pooper story, that's probably the most interesting thing. Probably the most interesting story we got for this episode, but
Mm-hmm.
start out with the banger.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have any other stories you want to talk about from school days?
Yeah, dude. Do you remember the girl who, like, people said. It's so ridiculous. It's so dumb thinking about it. Because it's not true once you hear it. But it's like the girl who overdosed on Flintstone gummy vitamins.
What the hell? Did I hear about
Or
this?
like,
I don't.
yeah, you don't remember?
See, I was never like really into rumors too much, so
Yeah, but
I barely
you just
hear
hear it.
anything.
You just hear it. It's not like you have to find it. Someone just tells
True.
you.
I don't know if I heard about this one, but
So
go ahead.
I think it was our junior year.
Mhm.
I think it was actually Gunner who told me.
Okay.
And
It makes
it's
sense.
Just, it's
I
just
feel
such
like
a
Gunner's really in the that sphere of things.
Yeah, it's just such a ridiculous story because it's obviously not true, right? It's
So
just some.
a girl just overdoses on Flintstone vitamins, right?
Yeah.
Is mm,
So it's like, apparently she was like going through something, or maybe
uh-huh.
like, oh
Mm,
man, I wish I knew. But
mm,
like, people said, oh yeah, she like got real upset. She was angry at whoever, blah, blah, blah.
okay.
And I think it was right before junior prom, right? Junior
Okay.
dance or whatever.
Yep.
One of those.
Hmm.
And then yeah, he told me, he was like, yeah, she like tried to kill herself off of Flintstone gummies or Flintstone vitamins.
Sure.
And I was like, okay.
But she didn't
But
die,
she did
I
die.
assume. Okay.
So straight up, right? You
She
could
just went to
still,
like a hospital or something. I
yeah,
don't.
she probably went to the hospital. But like disclaimer, right? If you take too many vitamins or minerals, you can get mineral or vitamin toxicity, which can like mess you up, right? But
Right.
when
Right.
you add the fact that it's a Flintstone vitamin or
It's
like
a little funny.
a Flintstone gummy, right? You're eating, shuffling down a fucking bunch of gummy bears.
Yum,
Oh,
yum, yum,
I
yum.
fucking
Oh, it
hate my
tastes kind of
life.
good.
Yeah, but then the extra ridiculous part of it was like, oh yeah, when they found out, she had to get like a helicopter lifted out of there to the hospital so she could
Mm,
get her stomach
mm,
pumped, and I was
mm.
like, what the heck? That sounds
I feel
crazy as
there's no
hell.
way. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
there's no
like
way that part happened. No way.
yeah. I don't know. Well, if she really did eat a lot of vitamins,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the gummy bear variety of vitamins probably don't give you toxicity that quickly. If she took a
I
whole
don't know. It
bunch.
depends, I guess, right? Because
Yeah. She took a
I,
whole
I've never
bunch,
tried
maybe.
that. I wouldn't be able to tell you, but yeah, that if she took a whole if she took like a whole thing, like a whole jar of it,
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably real
It's real
bad.
bad. Real bad.
I could definitely see it being a problem, but I just don't know if I believe it actually happened in our time at school.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Um,
Fair
do
enough,
you have
though.
another high school story?
I've been
Anything
trying to
you
think
heard
of
about?
some. Uh, there's one that I remember, which I don't know if I should even say it because it was just kind of it was so odd.
So odd.
um, so it was about uh a previous friend of mine in middle school, but we lost touch in high school, right? Um, it was either him or someone else in his friend group. But apparently, I heard a rumor where he sucked someone's dick for weed,
Oh my god.
and I was like, "Huh? Are you sure? Because I don't think so.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right." But
Yeah.
maybe they were just so out of their minds that it kind of happened like that. I just don't understand. I don't know. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
But it was surprising to me because that uh friend, right? Although we lost touch, we weren't really friends that much anymore. I couldn't imagine him doing that, you know.
You
I
never
could not.
know.
Yeah.
You never
But
know.
you never know. Yeah, it could definitely be someone who changed, but
Yeah.
I just can't I can't imagine him doing that.
Yeah.
But it's so I don't know. That was like a ridiculous rumor that I heard, and for some reason, I think it did catch on like here and there.
Mhm.
Um, and I was just like, "There's no, there's no
There's
way,
no
there's no
way.
way, there's no way, there's no. Why
Yeah.
would you suck someone's dick for weed? Well, I guess,
Because he want the weed. He want the weed real
yeah, but
bad.
it's like, come on,
Yeah, you don't need to do that for weed.
yeah, there's no, it's not. That's not worth it. Is it worth it? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it, but who knows at this point?
Yeah.
I guess worse things do happen to people. They It does like happen in real life. I just couldn't believe that it would happen during my high school days. Um, but yeah, so
Yeah.
there's that. Uh, I don't know if I can think of anything else interesting that happened.
Yeah, I think the Phantom Pooper and the Flintstone gummy thing was like the most major things I remember.
I, I do just remember just random I guess like this random rumor um about a girl that I thought was kind of cute during high school, but she was away for some time.
Uh-huh.
This is going into like some criminal stuff because it was weird. It like yeah, I felt really sorry for her after I heard the rumor, and I didn't know if it's true or not because no one ever I never asked, no one confirmed it for me, right? It's just what I heard, right?
Yeah.
But she went away for a time because uh apparently she was she was sexually assaulted while she was
Mm.
drunk or something, right?
Mhm.
By a older student. Well, not he wasn't a student anymore. I think he like graduated from our high school. Um, but he was an older dude, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so that was the rumor going around where she got assaulted. Um, and then when she came back to school, I saw her, but I didn't know what actually happened. You know,
Yeah.
um, all I heard that it was maybe there was like a legal case about it too. You know, like,
Yeah, I kind of remember too.
do
I
you remember
remember
this?
I don't remember who.
Hmm.
I remember hearing about that a little bit though.
Yeah, like if I remember correctly, she was like a rich, like petite girl. Um, I assume she was partying with friends or something. Got really drunk or high or something, and then the older guy uh ended up assaulting her without her consent.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was the rumor. You remember that rumor? I just don't know if that's a real like if that actually happened or not. But that's what I heard.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, I did feel really sorry for her because like she did seem like she wasn't like when she came back to school. She did seem like she wasn't like feeling great, at
Hmm.
least from what I could observe. But then again, maybe it's just I don't know if I could tell feelings well when I was in high school. I don't think I could read the feelings very well.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's something that I remember. Just a random unfortunate thing. A lot of unfortunate things happen during high school, apparently.
You know, I think that's the same girl who did the Flintstone gummy thing.
There's no way.
I
Really?
if it's the same one, like if it's the same one I'm thinking about, yeah, probably. But then also I might be getting it mixed up with the girl who did the gummies, but who also went away for a
Mhm.
little bit of time for whatever reason. But I think maybe she just got into an accident because I also feel like when she came back, she had like a foot brace on.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I don't know.
Um, uh, I do remember a time that she did have a foot brace, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, if it's the same person you're thinking about, then
I think
that's
it's the same
her.
person. It should
Yeah,
be.
that's her.
Damn,
That's her.
she's going through it. She's
And
going
I
through
think
it.
the Flintstone gummy thing probably happened after she came back.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, then she was just definitely going through it, huh? My
Yeah,
goodness.
there's just rumors and crazy stuff going on.
It might be the rumors that actually like probably damaged her mentality too, if anything. Because rumors,
Yeah.
if the rumors are like true or untrue, any of them can make someone anxious, can make someone like really put them down, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, so lesson for you guys: don't be spreading or starting crazy rumors about people.
Yeah, don't be pooping on no walls either.
Don't be moving
Don't be
on no
pooping on no
walls.
walls either, alright?
Goddamn, bro.
Respect your
Goddamn.
janitor.
Respect.
He cleans
Respect
yeah.
people.
He cleans up your
Um,
shit.
let's see.
So did you
Do I
know
remember
about
anything else?
this yeah, I don't know if you remember stories, but
Mm,
apparently there's like this trend going on for a while, not during
mm,
our time, but just
mhm,
like
mhm,
maybe in the last 6 months or last
mhm,
year,
mhm.
where because of TikTok, kids were like hit quote hitting devious licks, right? So do you know what that means?
Oh my god, that is some fucking new age shit that I have
Yeah.
no fucking clue. I don't know
So
how to find whatever you just said.
so it pretty much means like, oh, they hit a devious lick, right? So that means they came up on something that they stole, right? So they stole something, and
Okay,
oh, I hit this devious lick, right?
okay.
So apparently on TikTok it was like trending, like a lot of dumb TikTok trends do. And these kids, like high school kids and middle school kids, were straight up just stealing stuff from their school and making TikToks on it. And they're like, "Oh, hit this devious lick," right?
That's
And
so
they
weird.
stole they stole the most ridiculous stuff. They would steal toilets and like sinks and
What
like
the fuck? Isn't
and
that
like soap
messy to
dispensers.
steal?
Yeah, but you can turn the water off on a toilet. You just turn the water off, and then
Mhm,
I guess they bring a freaking power tool.
mhm.
They unbolt it, and then probably late after school when there's not too many teachers, they all just carry it out, right?
Freaking dude, freaking kids just
Yeah,
have like this like the most ridiculous ideas sometimes. I just don't
it's
understand.
it's so dumb. I'm
It's
like,
so dumb.
yeah, and I wonder like how many of these kids got in trouble because they're recording it. They record it.
Right, that's evidence.
Yeah, it's evidence. They recorded themselves like maybe not taking the thing away, but it's like, oh yeah, you see like a place where a toilet should be, and then you see them with the toilet like walking away or something, right? So it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious what happened there.
I think like the problem is unless another student snitches, knows like that has seen the TikTok or whatever and
Yeah.
snitches on them. Uh, unless that happens, I don't think the school's gonna or
Oh
like anyone's
man.
gonna do anything because if they don't know about it or are not in the TikTok circle, then how are they gonna know, right?
Yeah, but then they hear rumors, and then they'll make like someone will make a TikTok and try to investigate, right? And then once they
Mm,
see, oh, they see that, oh, that's our school, and oh, that's our toilet, it's gone.
mhm, mhm.
Then they
But
could
what?
just go up to
Yeah,
the student and be like, "Is this you? Did you do
mhm,
this?" And then what
mhm,
what are they gonna say, right? No, it's not
yeah.
me. That's not me. I'm not carrying that toilet.
I feel like it's not. I still think that would be a very rare occurrence that may not happen. If like people try to investigate.
No, I
Or
mean kids got in trouble for like posting Facebook stuff. So I'm
yeah,
sure
but
they would get in
that's
trouble
Facebook.
for
It's not
recording
TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah, you could do that. People
Do
get found out.
yeah, but
But that reminded me.
hmm?
Did you hear apparently that in our school there's like a giant folder of like girls' nudes that got
What?
leaked or something?
What?
Did you not hear about this?
This happened recently
This happened in our high school. No, no, no. This
during
happened
high
in
school?
during high school. Yeah, yeah.
A giant folder of girls' nudes that got
Yeah. It's probably not a giant folder. It was probably like maybe a handful, maybe a handful of people, right? Maybe their nudes got leaked and
It was
people
like
just blew it up, right?
a digital folder, like.
Yeah, it's probably like some Google Drive or like some Dropbox or like even Snapchat or like, maybe they got their Snapchat pictures and saved it and then they leaked it that way or something.
The hell?
Yeah, it was a pretty big thing for a
I
little
don't remember
bit.
this. I don't remember this at all.
I remember hearing that. I was like, "What?" And
Yeah.
high school boys, they're like trying to find out whose nudes got leaked and like
Yeah.
who
But I
has
guess
it and who did it.
did anyone actually have it is the question.
Yeah, I mean, someone must have. I feel like it probably was like just a few nudes that were personally sent and then, somebody got upset and then they just leaked it, right?
I feel like if someone would send that to someone else, I feel like, or like leaked it, let's say, I feel like it would spread around a lot more and not just, be kind of like I did not hear anything about this. All right. And
Yeah.
I was never sent any nudes. I don't know.
You were
I don't.
never sent any. Are
I
you
don't. I did.
disappointed?
I did not hear anybody getting sent any nudes here. All
I
right.
heard it.
So
I don't know. I
did
don't
people get
know.
sent nudes? Do you have confirmation on someone who got sent nudes?
It's all stories. It's all the
Yeah.
story,
And
man.
that at this point, I think it's just a
It's
story
all the story. It's the rumor.
because if stuff like that did get leaked, I feel like it spread around a lot more than that.
Yeah, but you
Right?
never know. Maybe it just stuck to like some a specific friend group.
Maybe. Yeah, it could. But yeah, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's why you do not sex people you shouldn't trust.
Yeah. Don't send nudes. It's a bad
Don't send
idea.
news. It will get you
It's
blackmailed
always
real
a
easy.
it's always
Real
a
easy.
bad idea.
Yeah. People can take advantage real freaking easy with those things, right?
Mhm.
So, do not do that. Um, yeah. So that's cool, I guess.
That's
Eh,
cool. Yeah, it's real cool.
yeah, that's a cool story,
That's
I
like real
guess.
cool. That's real cool.
Real cool story, man.
Oh my god.
Any other stories you got?
I mean, not from high school. I don't remember too much else. That just reminded me of that
Mm,
nude photo story.
yeah, I got
And
stories
mhm.
from college if that piques your interest.
Is it crazy? Is it a crazy story?
Not like crazy stories. I got like, what is it? Freshman year, I think you probably heard this before, because I
Is it a
probably talked
ghost
about it.
story?
No, it's not the ghost story. It's not the ghost.
Okay.
Well, should I tell about the ghost one?
You could. Yeah.
All right. So the ghost one.
No, tell the other one first. Tell the other one
All right.
first.
The other one, uh, is basically on February 14th.
Mhm.
I came back from class. I was in my dorm. I'm on the fifth floor of my dorm. That's like the highest floor on that specific building. But we have a good what is it good view of the campus. We see the main building right across, right?
Yeah.
Uh, we're thinking about like 5 or 6 p.m. at this point, right? Um, no, it's not. It can't be that late. I think it was more 3 p.m. Yeah, more 3 p.m. Uh, and I start to see smoke billowing from the main building, right? And I'm like, "What is that?" I look at my roommate, like, "What's going on over there? You see that?" And he's looking, and then a flare of fire just comes up, like, right? And I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Um, and this goes on for probably an hour with just fire billowing out and smoke and everything from the main building across, and we're like, "What the heck? What's happening?" Uh, well, the firefighters came in. They put out the fire. We don't really know what happened. You know,
Right.
rumors are, uh, well, I think it was a cigarette that was found or something. But the whole top floor of that building
Mhm.
got burned down. Like it's gone, right?
Yeah.
That was the floor with senior projects for the painting majors,
All
right?
right.
So all their paintings got burned. And we're on the last half of the semester, so it's like, oh crap. um, so their projects are all kind of in smoke. But yeah, uh, it was February 14th that happened. February
Yeah.
14th being Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So it's, suspected that maybe someone may have gotten upset over a relationship. Maybe they smoked and then just threw the cigarette at some painting or something. I don't know, but it could either be revenge or a coincidence. Uh,
Yeah.
but that was like the first like huge fire I've ever witnessed. And I was like,
Mhm.
what the hell, dude? Why is this happening? And that building was closed off for basically like the rest of the year. They had to like renovate everything and um, remodel stuff. But yeah, so I thought that was crazy. But then I witnessed my second huge fire uh, a few years ago, right?
Mhm.
This is a few years after college. My second huge fire was actually when I was at work, and I see off in the distance another like smokestack fire billowing out. And I'm like, "Where's that? What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's close to my neighborhood." Luckily, it was not like near my place, but
Mhm.
it was definitely in the neighborhood, and it was some business. But for that, the reason for that fire, which I think we can assume is correct, is I think someone wanted the insurance off their business.
I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. So there's the two big fires I've witnessed in my life. Uh, yeah. But have you seen huge fires in your life, Andrew?
Yeah, cuz there's like wildfires that happen in California.
Oh,
And
right.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty crazy sometimes. Like the fire can be real far away, but then
Mhm.
the sky turns orange and ashy. And that just goes to show like how big and strong the fire is because all the ash blows over, it blocks out the sun, it turns the sky orange, real crazy. And then I did see one closer. We were like coming home or even going to and coming home from work. There's a fire on a mountain that I saw, and then going to work at like in the dark in the morning, you could see the fire super clear.
Uh,
And then
okay.
going home from work, it was like still there, It's still burning.
It just keeps going. It's
Yeah.
it's kind of surprising how long fires can last, because you know, I mean, whenever I hear that about a fire or something, I feel like it immediately just burns down the whole building in like 5 minutes sometimes,
Yeah. I mean, that's the
But apparently it
buildings.
doesn't. Apparently it does last a while for some places. Like my school fire lasted for like an hour.
Oh wow.
I was like, what the hell? And it only really burned down like the sixth floor and maybe part of the fifth floor, right? Uh, the fire that was burning down the business took up to an hour too. So yeah, I don't know. It feels like it really doesn't burn that as quickly that as I thought it would. Mm. But
All right.
anyways, moving on. let me tell you about my horror story in college.
Yeah, go
This,
ahead.
this is also in freshman year. Um, so this one, I don't know whether to believe it or not. I don't really believe it, but it's what I hear. It's what I heard directly from a friend who witnessed the phenomena, right? Um, so one night, me and my friends were gathering in someone's dorm, and we're telling each other ghost stories just for the hell of it. It just kind of ended up that way. Like a lot of people were just interested in ghosts and ghost stories and horror and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I
Yeah.
myself, wasn't that interested at the time, right? I always avoided horror stories when I was a wee lad. Until recently, after college, that I'm just more into hearing about what horror stories are out there because usually they're kind of bad.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny that way. So, anyways, they were telling their ghost stories and horror stories and stuff like that. I was listening in, and then one of my friends, we'll call him, we'll call him Jack. Yeah, we'll call him Jack. Jack, he's like kind of like this tall white skater boy guy, right? Um, into a lot of like metal and smokes a lot and drinks a lot and fucks a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, he was a very charismatic dude. He was a film major, right? But he loves horror stories and believes the shit out of ghosts and spirits and stuff. Even though, you know, I didn't believe that type of stuff, so I couldn't tell if he actually believed that himself or not. Because he was at least very enthusiastic about that stuff. So when I heard the story from him, I was like, okay, uh, you sure this happened? He's like, yes. You don't want to mess with this type of stuff. I'm like, all right, all right, all right. So he tells the story. Uh, so an acquaintance of ours, she and her roommate were experiencing uh, kind of this weird phenomenon in their dorm room
Mm-hmm.
where things were getting misplaced. They noticed some sort of movement in their room, some mysterious happenings, some things going missing or um, just kind of placed somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
Just stuff like that, just random stuff like that, right? And there's rumors. Oh, there's always rumors going around, right? About people dying in the dorm room and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
apparently, there's a rumor for that specific room where a girl in a previous year committed suicide within that room. Uh,
Mm.
now I don't know if that's the actual case or not. Uh, but because those two girls in that room wanted to figure out what's going on, uh, a seance Ouija board type of thing was suggested. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Zach, I mean Jack,
Who's
Jack,
that? Who the?
Jack joins in. Uh, along with the two girls and I think one of their other friends. Um, so about four people, maybe there was five, not quite sure. They decided to do a Ouija board that night. Um, in the middle of the night, probably around 12, maybe a little past that, if anything.
Yeah.
In the darkness, you know how it is. They got to set the mood, right?
Yeah.
uh, They take out the Ouija board. They put all their hands on the glass thing, right? Whatever it is, right? Glass counter,
Yeah, the
say?
pointer thing.
The glass pointer thing, right? And they start their Ouija session. They're like, "Hello, is anyone there?" They don't really hear anything back.
Mm-hmm.
Um, does anyone, uh, live here with us? Are you doing things to our stuff, etc., etc.? They're just asking basic questions, right? Um, but they do feel the glass pointer thing move. It's moving,
Mm-hmm.
and it's starting to answer questions. It's starting to be like, oh yes, no, maybe, all that, right? Um, and at this point, I'm like, okay, okay, someone's moving it, right? you know,
Yeah.
Jack Jack sincerely believes it's not being moved by anyone besides a ghost. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever, right? Well, eventually it got to a point uh where they start feeling the presence around them, right? Like each
Mm-hmm.
individually, right? Uh one of the girls uh like ends up was it like speaking gibberish at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and seizing,
Oh my
right?
god. Yeah.
And possibly blacking out. I'm like,
Mm.
what are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
he's telling you this story.
oh yeah, he's telling me this story. I'm like,
Okay.
no, there's no way, bro.
Yeah.
And then he also explains that the other guy, uh, starts to like feel something on his back, and it like starts to like it feels like someone slapped him on his back, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, right? And he checks, and there's like a red mark there on his back. Maybe someone slapped him or something, right? And then he feels his cross, like he's wearing a cross necklace, right? And it's burning. I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about? Stop.
Yeah.
Um. Now, apparently that's all that actually happened. It didn't seem like anything else happened after that. But to this day, apparently, the one girl who was speaking gibberish and seizing up and everything, she does not remember anything about whatever
Mm.
transpired,
Mm-hmm.
uh, or even doing the Ouija board thing. And um, we were told by Jack to never mention anything about it. Otherwise, she might freak out, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
She'll freak out again.
Yeah. Which I was just like, what are you freaking talking about? Because I'm not really a believer of spirits, but
Mm-hmm.
I just I couldn't wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
Especially of how convinced he was of spirits in general. Because
Right.
that on the night that we were telling these stories, uh we even decided to do a Ouija board session, just with a few of us, just to see what happens. Nothing happens. We just like, oh, is anyone there? Nothing moved, right? Oh, are you
Yeah.
moving it? Oh, yeah, I'm moving it a little bit. Like that type of thing, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's just, nothing happened for our session. And, Jack is convinced that, hey, it sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't happen. I'm like, bro, I don't know if anything actually happened in that at that time when you were doing that with the two girls and the other guy, right?
Yeah.
It just came off pretty unbelievable to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe, but when someone tells it like that, it's like, okay, well, maybe you don't believe it, but like, what the hell happened? You know?
True. Like, what the hell happened?
Like,
But
what the hell is
at
going
the
on,
same
dude?
time, I didn't. Well, the thing is, I guess I should have asked, like, any other witnesses at that time, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but I didn't. I avoided the topic in general because um
I might freak out or something.
yeah, that girl might freak out if she hears about it. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, well, fucking whatever. Yeah, it was weird. I didn't understand. I don't I don't know. But that also made me realize how spiritual some people are. Like
Mhm.
some people really believe in spirits. Even people close to me, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that because I guess growing up, I just never like paid attention to that type of stuff. You know,
Mhm.
uh, so you know, like even my sister, she believes that like uh ghosts exist, and I'm like,
Right.
what are you talking about? My family in general, sure, they're spiritual, they're a little religious. They got, the Buddhist, Taoists, kind of in their blood. Um, uh, they always say stuff like, "Oh yeah, when uh when aunt when one of my aunts when she was little, like little like a toddler, she always claimed that she could see like uh one of her grandparents or whatever,
Yeah.
and then everyone around here is like, there's no one there."
Yeah, it can get
But they,
spooky.
yeah, but they sincerely believe that she did see this type of stuff until like later on when she was older, and then it happens. Apparently, it happens to or it happened to one of my cousins when he was little, where he saw, oh, that's Grandpa,
Mm.
and
Mhm.
then everyone's like, huh? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right. Damn.
It's just like they really believe in that type of stuff, and I just don't know what to say because I've never experienced some type of spiritual activity like that.
Yeah. You just have to
Um,
wait until it happens to you,
yeah, but
and
like
then you'll just know.
even if it's something that I think might be like spooky or whatever that might be happening to me, I'm like, oh, it's just trick of light or trick of darkness. Like it's not anything. You
I
know,
don't know. You're just gonna have to wait and see
I
if
guess so.
anything ever
I
happens.
guess so.
Real
But
crazy.
yeah, it's just like it really just uh never came to mind until later in college when I hear about this stuff from people that I think are fairly intelligent. uh and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Just some crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. We told a lot of random ghost stories that day too. It was
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
sure.
and it was like a lot of like, what? What are you saying? I just don't
What are you
understand.
saying?
I
What are you
don't understand.
saying, dude? It's a
You
spooky
know?
ghost.
Yeah, like I just couldn't believe a lot of this stuff that was happening. Oh, even like one of my friends, one of my friends, what what should I name him? Uh, Pepper. Let's call him
Pepper.
Pepper. Let's call him
Okay.
Pepper, bro. One of my friends, Pepper, uh, told us a story of the time where he was doing this kind of. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was something to do with the church, though, where they like sent like a group of like kids or a group of whatever to a town or city to help out with some type of volunteering thing, like almost
Mhm.
like a summer camp type thing. right? A summer program, right? Um, but the house he was staying at the time, um, nothing like well, apparently there were rumors about the specific house, right? Um, they all kind of shared these living quarters with uh, uh, a couple that lived there, right, and took care of
Mm-hmm.
the place. Um, but apparently there was rumors of like a mysterious kid running around sometimes,
Mm.
um, or like even like people just kind of popping out of nowhere and just being like, "Hey, uh, this is happening. You should go." And they're like, "Oh, okay, okay." And then th- they hear that there's no one that actually exists like that,
Mm.
that type of stuff, right? Um, so he did experience this type of thing himself, where uh, I think they were all actually leaving the place. Um, that like the program was over. So that year he was like the last one to leave, and he walks. Mm, he walks past a room on like the third floor, I believe. And he sees like the couple's kid playing
Mm-hmm.
with like another girl, right? Just yeah, they're just playing like they're sitting on the ground playing whatever, right? And he's
Yeah.
just like, oh yeah, I'll see you later, kid, right? Because he recognizes the kid, like he recognizes the couple's son or whatever, right? Um, the other girl he has no idea what's going on with her, right? But it could just be like one of his friends or whatever, right? So yeah, he then comes out of the house, says his goodbyes to the couple and saying like, "Oh yeah, I saw your son playing with that girl with his friend, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And then the couple's like, our son doesn't really have friends. We we tried to um have him like make friends at school, but he's had a hard time doing that. So I don't think he's playing with anyone right now. Uh,
Yeah.
and then my friend Pepper's like, uh,
Oh shit! It's a ghost.
yeah, and I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh man.
And then so the thing is, if it was just that, maybe it was some us, like he may have made a mistake or something. It was just that, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, he hears back from the next year program students, right? Um, he himself did. I don't think went to that program again, right? But he hears
Mm-hmm.
from the next year ones, right? Uh, and apparently, one of them tells him, "Oh yeah, yeah, the kid's not there anymore. But the couple's still there. Um, but I did have like this weird like experience. Uh, when everyone was like out of the house and I was like taking a shit, I was like in the bathroom and everyone else was out of the house.
Yeah.
Um, and then uh, I hear a knock on the door, boom, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I'm like, oh, hello, and I hear a voice saying, "Oh, you gotta hurry up! They're leaving without you. They're going to the whatever place, right?" And he says like, "Oh, okay, okay, okay. I'm coming, I'm coming." So he wipes, flush the toilet, whatever. Comes out of the room, sees no one
Yeah.
around, right? He's just like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And then he uh goes out of the house and meets up with everyone who are doing some type of event. And he's like, "Oh yeah, hey guys, how you doing? You know, like what's going on? Oh yeah, we're just doing this, blah blah blah, right?" And then um he asks like, "So did you did you guys like call me or anything? I like heard like a little boy's voice."
Yeah.
And they're like, "What are you talking about? We didn't. No one like left to find you." He's like, huh?
It's a spooky boy again.
Yeah, and Pepper's like, you know, like when he heard this from his friend, he's like, "Oh no, there's something
Yeah.
spooky going on with that house."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Real spooky, dude.
and then when Pepper tells me, I'm like, "What are you talking about? What kind of bullshit?"
Real spooky. Real spooky.
Yeah, but you know, some little spooky stories from my college days.
Real spooky dooky, dude.
Don't know if they're real or not, but
Yeah.
they're amusing.
Yeah. Tell us if you got anyone else got more spooky stories. Go ahead and write it down, dude. Any phantom
Oh
poopers.
no,
Anyone taking dumps on the floor.
that's definitely a ghost story right there.
Trying to overdose on gummy vitamins. Setting stuff on fire, let us know.
Yeah,
Let
it's
us know.
crazy stuff.
I have other stories we can get into later, but I think that's a lot of stories. It's a lot
Until
of
next time.
stories.
You know,
Yeah,
until
the
next
Phantom
time.
Pooper was a good. I like the Phantom Pooper. That's
The
always
Phantom Pooper is just
it's gonna
some
be the best one.
ridiculous urban. Like, was it? I guess it'd be a Western urban legend.
Yeah, every school has a Phantom Pooper. Remember that, guys.
It's ridiculous. Oh my god.
All right. Make sure leave a comment, leave a like, make sure you subscribe. Remember, we're going to try to come out new episodes every Friday or Saturday, once a week. We'll see if we can keep with that schedule, but hopefully you like this video and we will see you in episode 5.
Peace.
Goodbye.